we must talk again about the virus. This time, not about suggestions about how to stay healthy, but comparing it to the famous biblical story of David and Goliath. My intention, nothing other than encouraging and motivating you in these difficult and weird times. This virus, with its heavy limitations and dangers, shows us our powerlessness in front of a giant enemy, which is so much stronger than we are, and we feel so small and impotent. The virus is like Goliath, and we are like David. David, the shepherd armed with a simple sling who kills Goliath, and the terrifying Philistine giant in a war with the people of Israel. Every day for 40 days, Goliath launches a challenge. He wants a duel between him and an enemy soldier to decide the destiny of the war. David volunteers to fight against Goliath. At this point, King Saul gives him a helmet, an armor, and a sword. But David feels clumsy with these arms, which he's not used to. He puts them down and takes 5 little stones from a brook. And then, only with the sling in his hand and almost naked, defies Goliath to fight against him. He anticipates Goliath, pulls out a stone from his sack, hurls and hits Goliath in the center of his forehead, who falls to the ground. Finally, he runs towards him, he extracts his sword and kills him, cutting off his head. Now let us come back to us who are fighting against this virus. All these arms given to us for our defense cannot really help us. They make us feel even more clumsy, and we are not used to them, as David was not used to them. During this crisis, all the old schemes fail. And what was David's winning arm? He had an ideal he was fighting for, and he had faith in God. What if there were really a divine force to help us? Have you ever tried to connect yourself to this invisible force of which all great teachers have always talked about, which in this digital and technical life of today seems almost obsolete and from other generations? In modern life, the motto is survival of the fittest. Only the strongest can survive and will always win. Maybe you have never tried because the situation was never such as to find yourself in front of a giant so big, so devastating. Someone who even puts you in quarantine. And what an interesting analogy. For 40 days, Goliath defied the army of Israel. So, don't wait. Charge your sling to hit this giant. The stones of your sack are trust in a superior power. Your positive thinking, your intuition, now that you are in your solitude, in your desert, discover the benevolence of this source, which can be unlimited, intelligent, of a God you might have denied. Now don't exclude him. Don't exclude this type of arms. And be sure, this is magic.